Nichelle, it's finally going. Whoops. Don't want to do that. I had Flat and Scrubs going again. There, now I want it. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
There we go. I had my Flat and Scrubs plugged into your microphone. That's not a good thing. But, welcome to WPKY.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here. We're going to start doing this every last Wednesday of the month now to kind of get everybody ready for the upcoming events at the George Coon Public Library, of which you guys are extremely busy down there.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
Well, I'll tell the last thing for this month. Actually, tomorrow evening, we're going to be having our quilt show reception. This is open to the public. We're honoring those that brought quilts in to display, but we want the public to come out and see the quilts if they haven't already, and maybe get a chance to talk with those that did display the quilts, get some history behind the quilts and things like that. So we will be having refreshments and that reception tomorrow night at 6 at the library.
And how long will the quilts go down tomorrow night, or will they stay displayed for a while?
They'll stay till the end of the month, and we'll probably be taking them down May 1st.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, good deal. Yeah, if you can make it out for that, there's some beautiful quilts on display at our library, and it's neat to kind of have the local quilts here because, of course, Paducah has the big quilting event each and every April. And tell them do you know if you had any spillover into Princeton from that event?
We've had a couple people from Paducah. We actually had I kept a sign-in sheet up there, and I looked the other day and had some people from Louisville. So I'm assuming they might be from
transitioning between.
Yes, we have over 60 quilts up there this year, so and they're all beautiful.
And they're all pretty much done locally?
Yes.
Yes. Well, get up there if you get a chance. They're going to be on display until the end of the month, and of course, if you see one that you particularly like and want to compliment some of the quilters, then head on up to the reception. I'm sure they'll like to hear about that tomorrow evening at the library.
Yes. So that's our last event for April, and then May. We are starting off with a bang in May. On May the 3rd, we're having our Imagination Library launch party.
Yes.
So that's Thursday, May the 3rd from 5 to 7. And this is going to be a big event. We're hoping all the community will come out and support this event. And if parents have children, this is for ages 0 to 5. They can come out and register their children for the program, and then once we get them in the system, they tell us that about 8 weeks, then they'll start receiving their books, and then they get one book a month, and it comes directly to them, mailed to them at their house. But for the event, we're going to have popcorn and cupcakes and balloons and activities, and then at the half hours, we're going to have special members of the community come to read a book.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And of course, this is a big deal. Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. Some counties adjacent to Caldwell County have had this program going for a while. But tell us a little bit more for those who are saying, "What is that?" Tell us a little bit more about Dolly Parton's Imagination Library and what it does for our kids.
So Dolly Parton started this program in Tennessee, and then it's just branched out and grown over the years. It's now an international program. But once a child is registered, then they will receive one book a month. And the books are age appropriate, age leveled. So as the child, for example, like when babies, they'll get like the board books.
Right.
And then as they grow, then the books become more advanced. But it's and then when they reach age 5, they age out. So it is for kids age 0 through 5.
The book levels age along with the child.
Correct.
So,
correct.
And they get that book every month
via
the mail.
Yes.
Until they're 5 years old.
Until they're 5 years old.
Yeah, that's a fantastic program. And we all know that reading is the foundation of learning.
Yes.
And so to have this instituted in our county for our kids, it's exciting.
Yes, and no cost to the families.
Right. So, and of course, it takes a whole lot of people coming together to make it happen.
Correct.
And it will continue. I think your efforts to, once we have this launch, efforts will continue to get this because it takes money to get it done.
Right.
And it takes funding.
Right. And the community has been so good already to donate. We've had many individuals, patrons of the library, come in to sponsor 1 or 2 kids.
Right.
So I look for that to continue as more people find out about the program and things, and then look for more businesses and organizations to help as well.
That's a $25 just to do one child?
$25 per child per year.
That's correct.
Yes.
So and this is it's a continual sort of process here. But the awesome thing is we have it here in Caldwell County. It's off to a great start, and it's going to help out a lot of kids. So fantastic. And then that is coming up from 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
And that's on May the 3rd.
Yes.
Okay. Will that be up in the auditorium
yes,
of the library?
It will be.
Okay. Good deal.
So that is...
The next one's my favorite. Although the Imagination Library is pretty cool, but I really like this next one, I think.
Well, let me mention, too, also, I did forget, also on May 3rd, Ashley will have her Hot Cocoa Club. It'll be the last one for this, until school starts back in the fall, because she'll break with this program for summer reading, and then she'll start back up with Hot Cocoa Club in the fall when school starts back. But this is a book club for kids 1st through 5th grade, and that will be also on May 3rd from 3:30 to 4:45. So she's been having that once a month.
That's been a really successful program.
It has.
And it's always nice. They get a book. I think y'all do a snack, and then they get hot cocoa, don't they?
They discuss a book, yes, and then they get a snack, yes, and hot cocoa.
Hey, can't beat that.
Hopefully it's going to be warmer. Maybe they'll get lemonade or something. Hopefully. But we've still needed the hot cocoa, haven't we?
Yeah,
up there. Okay, and then, yes, Ty, on May the 4th.
I've got my lightsaber ready.
All right. Ashley is hosting a Star Wars May the 4th party from 5 to 7. So that's on that Friday, May the 4th. And then it's for all ages. She's going to have a costume contest, snacks, games, a photo booth, trivia, and door prizes.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And you say all ages, even big geeks like me?
Yeah, and so she just asked that you call to register, so we just kind of know how much we need. So.
I don't know whether to be a stormtrooper or I don't know, but it sounds fun. I think that's great.
I'm sure she will have a lot of interest in that. There's a lot of people that love Star Wars.
A lot of Star Wars folks out there, and that's awesome. That ought to be a fun evening, and great idea by the George Coon Public Library to have that.
Yeah. On May the 7th, I think Joni talked about this the other day when she was in, but she's going to be back to do a recipe review at the library on May the 7th from 10 to 1. May 8th, we're having rock painting again, another rock painting party. We're at 2 sessions, one at 4 and one at 5. So if you can call to sign up for those.
Okay.
And then May 10th, we didn't have craft night this month in April because the quilts were up.
Okay.
But we will be back with craft night in May. Kathy Gray, one of my staff members, she does a really good job of putting that all together. The cost is $5 just for materials, but it starts at 6th on May the 10th. And I think they're going to be they're really cool. She showed them to me, but it's on a canvas, but you make a paper flower and attach it to the canvas and out of decorative paper and scrapbooking paper.
And so the $5 pays for all the materials.
Correct.
Nice. So then you display it in your house or
yes.
You want to?
Yeah.
Excellent.
They've made lots of cool things. So
that's great.
And then, let's see, next, on May 24th, we will have a Chautauqua speaker from the Kentucky Humanities Council, Nancy Green. She's the lady behind Aunt Jemima.
Yes.
And so she will be here at 6 o'clock on May 24th.
That's a Chautauqua program.
Yes. And for those that don't know what the Chautauqua speakers are, they come dressed and they portray these historical figures from Kentucky. And so they come in costume and portray these characters and give their story, their history.
So you can basically, I remember several years ago, you'd have speakers out at the school that had some Chautauqua speakers, but boy, it's really neat because Aunt Jemima will be Aunt Jemima. I mean, they come to life. It's history coming to life.
Yes. So that'll be May 24th at 6. And then on May 29th, Ashley has, each month she does crafternoons, and so May 29th will be the May crafternoons. And this is for students of all ages, and it'll be from 4 to 5. And they make a craft, come in, she supplies all the materials and everything, and they make a craft.
Right. Mm-hmm. Did they have the crafternoons, was it yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, so they did the, it was like a, they did like a watercolor.
Yes, like a kind of
like tape relief watercolor kind of thing. Yeah, that sounded pretty fun.
Yeah.
So good deal.
Yep. So I think
busy.
Those are our May events.
Busy month, and would encourage you to participate. Of course, are you still collecting books for the Black Patch book sale?
Yes, we are. I think I said last time, hardbacks, paperbacks, audiobooks, music CDs, DVDs. We ask for no textbooks because they, become outdated and things, and then gently used.
Right. You don't want anything necessarily falling apart.
Right.
And all the pages ideally need to be there.
Right.
And these, of course, a lot of these are just collecting now. You can drop those off during regular library hours, Monday through Friday, and then again on Saturday. And, of course, you're going to have kind of a sale coming up later on in the fall, and then you'll have the sale that's in conjunction with Black Patch as well.
Well, that is, it is.
Right around.
We'll start the Saturday before Black Patch.
Yes.
The Saturday is actually the Saturday before Labor Day. We'll be open that Saturday, and then we'll be closed Sunday and then Monday for Labor Day, and we'll open back up Tuesday, and we'll be open through Black Patch.
Yeah, and that's a fundraiser for the George Coon Public Library, isn't it?
It's the fundraiser for the Friends of the Library, which then in turn the money goes back to the library.
Yes, but if you have those really good books that are around and you'd like to give those up for a good cause, then take them by the George Coon Public Library. So I can't think if is there anything else, but big news, of course, with the Imagination Library and the Quilters reception tomorrow night in the Imagination Library coming up on May the 3rd.
Yes.
Those are the biggies. And, of course, we'll keep you informed of all the events as we head throughout the month here at WPKY The Tiger, as Nichelle and staff do a fantastic job in keeping us informed. Therefore, we can keep you informed. And folks, just want to encourage you, and I know Nichelle does too, to enjoy your library. It's there. It's a resource, and the Glenn Martin Genealogy Library as well. Valuable resources that we have here in the county. I went by the other day. It's been a long time since I checked out a book, but I got my library card. They have a virtual. You can get online and get books now. It's an easy process. So if you have any questions, 365-2884.
I have one more thing too. Be on the lookout for summer reading registration.
Yes.
Because it will be probably up and going before I come back and speak on the radio. But because we'll start that 1st of June. We have the kids program like we always have, and then we have teen program, which we just started last year, and then an adult summer reading program, which we started last year.
So it pretty much covers most ages to come in and be part of the summer reading program at George Coon Public Library. Good deal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Nichelle, or a staff member of the George Coon Public Library, will be here the last Wednesday of each month to get us up to date. And as we look forward to the following month at the George Coon Public Library, lots of things going on, folks. And if you have not been to our local library lately, then we recommend you go up there because there's some really neat things going on for you and your entire family. So 365-2884. Listen to WPKY. We'll keep you up to date on things going on there as well, but you can always call the library too.
Yes.
So, thank you so much, Nichelle.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you later on with these good events at the library.
Thank you.
All right. That's going to wrap up this edition of Tiger Talk on this Wednesday, April the 25th. My thanks to Nichelle Faughn. She's the Executive Director of the George Coon Public Library. Also to Shane Bogle. Shane is our Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources at the UK Extension Office, and he was on the first half of Tiger Talk today. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. At 8:38, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm Ty Engelbright. Have a wonderful day. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz